Hello and welcome back to my GTNH playthrough. It is Wednesday, June 17th, and we're over here by yet another completed Nano Assembly Complex. Now I got this guy, I did set this guy up yesterday, but it was the only thing I got done, so I figured it would just be a repeat of the last two videos if I came in here and showed how this guy worked and stuff. And even today, I don't think I'm gonna show off how it all runs. It's basically the exact same thing. The only difference between these two was it had this nano ultra high energy etching array, and then I threw a UIV 256 in it because I had that, or I have a lot easier of a time crafting stuff now because that guy's set up. So aside from that, this one had a lot less modules, so honestly, it was a lot faster to set up. You can see there's really not too much going on down here. Then the inside of this guy is the same. And on top of that, so I haven't set them up yet, but I should have the ability to just, unless that sheet gets in the way over there, set down the last two of these guys. We'll see. I think I crafted everything. Oh, missed some Quantum frame boxes. Fail. All right. Well, I'll do that later. But aside from the Quantum frame boxes, also, I don't know why I'm stuttering all of a sudden. The game has been basically super smooth for me up to this spot. Which one? Craft like 300 of these. It's fine. Yeah, I'll come back and finish crafting that later. Doesn't hurt anything leaving it. And then the second one here. So this one will be for BioWare or BioWare, Wetware, whichever order I decide to do it. If I didn't make it clear, this one is for the crystal circuits. I will say the calibration is really fast too. So I've only started using this today and it's fully calibrated already. Like I've crafted 100,000 circuits today apparently. And I think this guy is actually fully, nope, this one's the Pico circuits. I haven't crafted any more since my first one. This guy, however, fully operational as well. So that was what I did yesterday. Just got that one set up. And then at some point over the next few days, I'll set up these two. I'm not as worried about these ones because right now all my circuits are covered and seem to be keeping up relatively well. These two are more going to be for variety. Plus, I also want to get them calibrated. So if I am using them later, I don't have to worry about the raw bacteria and all that jazz anymore. Because once these guys are fully calibrated, they don't actually use the that fluid anymore. Like it doesn't get used up in the recipe. So that's pretty sweet. And I just that'll be convenient. It might make those circuits more appealing just to give variety and make bulk crafting a little smoother. So after that, I kind of got a little scatterbrained today. I was crafting all sorts of stuff, fixing random recipes. I did notice the dimensional stuff recipes changed, and then apparently I forgot to re-request the 119 of these. So yeah, reinforced glass always ends up doing that for me. Not 19,000, so 19. This next start. The main thing that changed in them, if we were to like pull this guy up, is using these FPIC wafers instead of the Pico wafers. So I had canceled the recipe earlier so I could fix this, and apparently I forgot to re-request it. But spoiler, I did not build another dimensional forge yet. The goal, I finally, when I was thinking about building this guy, I remembered, oh wait, I need to set up some of the backlog to get here, which specifically is netherite, because I need more netherite for the fusion casings. And then to get that, I need, at the same time, so I need netherite for the fusion casings because I need the fusion for the plasma mixer over here, which just to keep it constantly running, because I am running out of plasma to keep it going. And then once I have a consistent source of the plasma going, that's not also getting interfered with by the on-demand crafting, then I want to have infinity hydrogen and space-time running at the same time. And then yeah, so that'll be that. So because of that, and it took me a little while to remember to actually initiate the craft again, was I did finally craft the Tier 2 Quantum Force Transformer here. The last thing I did for the day was actually get this guy set up. Like I said, I kind of got scatterbrained today. So we'll come back to this in a second, but that was, so step one of the plan to get my passive dimensional forges is complete. But along the way, I was setting up more random, what's called bulk auto crafting. I got these guys, which are the wire mill ones, and these ones over here are still, so this is the old multi-block for the wire mill, and then these are the new. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of a hater of some of these new multi-blocks. I get they wanted to make them more unique and fancier and all that stuff, and I don't know. I'm a big fan of the big square. I don't know. Maybe I've got poor taste, but I kind of like the cleanness of these versus these things, but it is what it is. They're not like bad by any means or anything, and I'll get used to them, I'm sure. But so yeah, this guy, you can see I started to set up another one, but never got around to it. And then the last thing I was gonna start setting up, but I kind of stopped, was these cutting machines over here. I probably will force myself to do these tomorrow while I'm bored at work, because tomorrow is my quote unquote Friday for the week because of Juneteenth. So I'm kind of dreading these ones specifically because of using the buffer input hatches. I need to redo every single cutting recipe because I do not include lubricant or water as part of the recipe. And it has to be for the way the buffers work, but it'll be worth it for the throughput increase. So this is a tomorrow thing that I started, and it'll just kind of look like these, another column straight up to the sky. And then throughout the base, again, a bunch of random little things got fixed because I was getting a little scatterbrained, like I said. One kind of random thing was I also started crafting one of my hiccups is I feel like my crafting CPUs are not getting as many parallels as I like. So I did start crafting co-processors, which actually looks like it got done. If I go co-processor, oh nice, yeah, you got 63. I threw one down just to see if it actually did help with the speed. So these are the 4096 ones. I'm going to craft a whole lot more of these, but they do take, I think these ones take UEV energy hatches, and there was other stuff I wanted to craft currently, so I just crafted a bunch of these so I can start throwing down better crafting CPUs. And I was working towards the crafting, I don't know if it'll pop up here. Here, singularity crafting storage. That way I only need to use one storage block in the crafting CPU multi-block. However, my hang up was right here, these chaotic cores. My doing the research for this guy right here, basically it's bigger than my research station can currently take, as well as this computation's pretty crazy. So I do need to overhaul my research over here, or this little research setup, which is fine. It's long due for it. I'm basically just gonna upgrade this Lapatron or this superconductor, this one, to wireless, which will give me enough power. And then on top of that, I have to upgrade this quantum computer, but that'll be probably something I do tonight or tomorrow. So like I said, then on top of that, I was doing a lot of crafting today. It's so nice. Those nano complexes, so nice to have those. I was just crafting tons of stuff. So I need to like make myself a list to remember to actually go back and start setting up all the stuff I've crafted instead of letting it just sit in 82. Like I did for real this time, actually craft the Exo Foundry. It might even give me, I wonder if it'll give me the quest. Oh, yeah, like I said, I haven't picked it up to set it down. I don't know where I'm going to put this guy. This thing is huge. So I got this guy, and I believe all the blocks needed for it crafted. Exo Yeah, I got all the casings and everything, so now it's just a matter of setting it up. I think it said in the controller blog it needs some modules, so there's probably some looking into it I need to do. But this thing's pretty cool looking. I just gotta decide where to put it. I have an idea of where I want to, but I'm not 100% on it yet. So that's just an example of just crafting tons of stuff right now just to keep rolling. But I wanted to focus down, and instead of wasting a bunch of time doing that, not really wasting, but get my passives for the Dimensional Forge set up first, and then go back to using more time, because my crafting of the Dimensional Forges is fine, outside of one other thing that I need to fix, which will be similar to this guy. So like I said, I got this guy set up. This one is set up as the tier 2. It's got the cosmic blocks. Now this one, the first one I threw down, is the netherite one, which uses the Hellish Force catalyst. This guy, as you can see, we make the intensely bonded netherite nanoparticles, 192 in 20 seconds. So much of an improvement. It's crazy. I don't even have anything set up for this stuff yet, or like what to do with this extra stuff over here. I don't really know. I think I might just go back into the old netherite line and like feed this stuff back into it to have another source going, or I don't know. I'll look into this. I don't really know what to do with these other two things, because the only thing I care about from this recipe is the intensely bonded netherites or nanoparticles. And so this thing will be a huge boon to my crafting ability. But the other thing that is slowing me down is prismatic acid, which I have a ton of. I should say specifically composite sheets. So I want to set up a second one of these tier 2. I want to see if I can do it tomorrow. Would be nice. Actually, let's see. If I go cosmic 142, missing some borax. Let me do that, because I need to look into that. But if that's all I'm missing for that, borax and cosmic, let's see, 236, right? 236, also just missing borax. Okay, so I have to look into why I'm missing borax. That should not be a thing going on right now, but I will get it fixed, and then you can see I just need 2,000 UEV circuits. Far less of a big deal than it was a little bit ago. Plus, I'm not really having to wait on infinity or anything anymore. Like, things are really coming together. Like I said, those nano complexes, amazing. It's so nice. So yeah, I want to set up a second one of these specifically to get prismatic acid, or at least make sure I have enough of it, which it looks like I have a crazy, way more than I'm surprised I have this much. And then I think from this point on, I wonder if I'll do anything with these. Interesting. But I'll use the prismatic acid, and then I want to either set up on fix the end of the prismatic line, because it's not working for me at the moment. Something is jammed up in there, and I haven't really looked into what yet. Or just have all this stuff be on demand, the remainder of the line, and buff it up, like have this recipe over in with these two guys instead of probably in the small ABS I've got going on up there, et cetera, to finish, so I can get these coils, because obviously to set up the more DTFs I need coils, and if we were to go try to craft the hydrogen coils right now, I'm basically missing 73,000 of these, which I probably shouldn't be from the amount of prismatic acid I have, but we'll get that figured out, fixed, and keep going on. So we'll not fly around and like point out every random thing I've fixed. I do want to show off one thing though, which is real fun. When we pull up UAV energy hatches, 94, I did go through and reclaim all the random energy hatches from both the circuit lines as well as all these assembly lines down here, advanced, etc. And you can see I haven't even reclaimed them all yet because I just went through, reclaimed the ones that were on components, and there's probably a few more I can grab. Once I finish, once I fully pull bio and wetware out, there will be all these guys can come out too if I want. So that'll be pretty sweet. And yeah, I feel the game, feel like it's a good spot right now, except for why I'm randomly missing borax. But I'm gonna get that addressed, start crafting a second one of these to get prismatic stuff addressed, and then our goal overall right now, besides the passives, or like moving forward goal, is to make the compact Fusion 5. And I actually not sure. Let's see if I try to craft it right now. Compact 5, just missing borax. It actually would take less UEV circuits than that. I know I don't have any of the casings or anything set up either, so I would have to. This is a little bit of a red herring, but that's actually, looking at this, nothing stands out as particularly crazy. So that is the goal for essentially next week, is to get that guy crafted and then start looking into this guy, the God Forge. Real quick interjection before I go to the outro. I was so excited about the tier 2 QFT, I forgot to show off that I had to make a little line to actually keep it sustained. First of which was this extreme industrial greenhouse, yet another one of the multi-blocks that has changed. I will say I do like this one a lot better than the old one. I don't think I have any close to this right now, but basically the old one was just stainless steel square with some purple blocks in the center, and this one actually looks like a greenhouse, and I do really like the way this one changed. Nothing too exciting here. I basically just moved over my Glionia seeds. I probably said that wrong. To get glowstone dust, because we use glowstone dust in the new boldenators, which I also had to set up for this to make netherrack. These guys are right here. I set up all this stuff. The only thing that was in this place before was like a temporary line I had built just to complete some quests, because I never did the cheap Sumerian line. But anyways, my thought was I'd throw down 2 boldenators, because essentially the 2 different inputs you need for netherite, where is it, are ancient debris, which you get via triple compressed netherrack or netherrack dust itself. And I figured if I tried to do these together, I would just be running into item conflicts. So essentially got 2 boldenators going on, and these are also new multi-blocks. I will say these are also nice because you don't have to put any of the fluids in there. They just go. Input with some glowstone, which we're knocking through really fast, so I may need to build more greenhouses. I was at 63 million, I believe, just a little bit ago, so soaring or flying through that stuff. This path to the left here, actually I'll start with the path to the right. This path is simply, we get some netherrack, goes through the macerator, which is, this is one of the new ones. It outputs impure netherrack dust, so it comes over to this guy, which is yet another redesigned multi-block. In this case, we're doing simple washer to basically go from impure netherrack dust to netherrack dust, and then that's it for this side. On this side, the netherrack's coming out and going through the compressor 3 times to get to triple compressed, and then I am just utilizing this guy down here, the electric implosion compressor that used to be my one I used for my passive infinity, to get my ancient debris. And at some point a little while ago, because I had run out, I actually made sure to breed more nether, what bees are these? Nether shard bees. I've got a bunch of these on the Alvery over there. And so yeah, this guy's making ancient debris. And wait, so that should keep the netherite coming relatively fast. I may need to up my glowstone production to keep up with this, but either that'll be upgrading the amount of energy that goes in. I haven't looked to see whether it can take multi-amp patches, or if I'm just going to need to spam a couple greenhouses. And I know I can add a lot more seeds. I will say that right now I'm getting 256 a second. the new greenhouse appears to let me do more, I assume based on the energy hatch similar to the Albury, and I could add 3,700 more seeds to that, so I can get 4,000 a second to really speed it up. And I don't know if that's enough to keep. We'll see. But anyways, I just wanted to show that off because I realized I skipped that entire thing, and I was dropping all sorts of random new multi-blocks to get it done. So yeah. Anyways, I hope everybody had a good day and has a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.